I will start by remembering my experience watching No Other Choice. I got myself enjoying, laughing, and at the same time, I felt unease. How would you evaluate the popularity of dark comedies in which we are invited to laugh at the misfortunes and fall from grace experienced by the characters?
아 그런가요? 어.
I'm happy to hear that dark comedies are very popular these days because I hadn't known that. I've always enjoyed that genre of movies, and I'm very glad to hear that many people share the same taste as me. That makes me very happy. For serious artistic works, where you focus on the tragedy of human beings, the portrayal of that can't be just sad and depressing, or else the story would feel too limiting and boring. So when you have this humor that's added onto it, I think it really demonstrates that the artist has a perspective and the potential to objectively view their characters. And if the audience is also enjoying this, it means that they also have that similar sense of depth to appreciate that as well.
Be Young. Director Park's films often feature emotionally fragile male characters who only appear strong and frequently oppress or neglect the women around them. What is it like to play a man like that?
거기서 뭐 이렇게 특별한 생각은 없었고요. 어.
Rather than the specificities of the character Bansu, I think I just try to look at story or character as a whole, and this type of and really think, oh, this type of person exists in real life, and I get to explore these ineffable emotions, and I find that very interesting. My character in this film has a lot of complexity and maybe even aspects that he wants to hide. I think exploring the underbelly of humanity in these characters are incredibly interesting, and I try to approach it with nuance, and this process is very fun for me.
Director Bark, your films are like visual poetry. They seem handmade, where each frame is composed and juxtaposed with another with method and care. And I promise you, I won't forget the transition of Mansu literally digging away his wife. Can you describe a little bit further your planning and editing?
예. 그 장면은
Including the scene and No Other Choice that you mentioned, most of these moments already exist in the storyboard by the time we get to the shoot. Because only when you make these preparations in advance can you make them as we've intended. And only when you shoot those scenes intentionally can you put it in the final product, because these moments as such don't happen in the editing room randomly. And that scene in particular with the shovel is also a scene that I particularly enjoy, when Mansu violently sticks the shovel into the ground and we see the image of Miri sleeping superimposed on top of it. And as Mansu is dusting the dirt off the shovel, it almost seems that she's tossing in bed because of the impact of that. So that's also a moment I enjoy a lot as well.